my god, hey, it's crazy seeing you here. It's like you're listening to us or something. That's nuts. Hey people, how are we doing? 1 Minute Smoke, and we're back. Welcome back once again to the greatest show on earth. If you hear otherwise, tell that person go suck their dad.
Outside.
Outside edition, you're right. We outside!
1 whole year. We've been doing this for 1 whole year.
No, we haven't, because it hasn't been a year yet, has it?
Yeah!
It's been a year.
Since the first 1 minute smoke.
It's about the same time.
Yeah, the smoke sessions.
Smoke session is 10 months.
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, when did we start?
10 months ago. 11 months ago, maybe.
Thank you for the
technical difficulties.
Are you serious?
But we are an amazing podcast, especially for the time we've been going. So well done, everyone. Congratulations. Well done. Well done.
We've done well.
What did you?
We've done very well.
I think my favourite thing so far is just seeing everyone say not everyone needs a podcast, yet people still like our stuff, so what do you really want us to do about it? Exactly.
Just carry on making podcasts.
You know what I'm saying? They're right, but they're wrong.
Not everyone does need a podcast.
Not everyone does need a podcast, but we clearly do, because ours is doing well.
No, but we don't need a podcast. We want to podcast.
And we can.
I think
that
he
is
needs a podcast.
If you're a comedian,
He
he just wants the shisha. Yeah.
He just wants shisha. You should have seen it.
He forgot the shisha and he ruined it.
I made shisha noises. It's fine.
Did you actually?
They were accurate, to be fair. Tyler, come a bit closer because this one put me in the way. Ah, can you hear me?
Yeah, it picks you up. It picks you up.
Yeah, bro, I'm a loud person. I don't need to be near it.
What? Loud.
He was louder than his hairline, man.
Don't put your head down.
What? There is literally nothing there. It's perfect.
It looks like shining light through a pine cone.
This is perfect. I mean, if you want to stand in front of that light over there just to prove your point. There is nothing wrong with my hair as of yet. As of yet. I won't lie, the middle of your hairline's thinning a bit. No, that's always been like that.
Okay, man.
Oh, you're generally like me, just shit hairline. It's not about how good it looks, it's how consistent. This has been there since I was a child. My mum has it as well.
The little quiff.
This bit, I've got like... It's the opposite of a widow's peak. It's a...
What's a widow's peak?
Widow's peak is where it sticks out like... It's a widow's summit.
Like an angle?
Yeah. Like you know, like Vegeta?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like it could be...
Like me?
Yeah.
When I had hair, when it goes...
Oh, no, I was going to say, yeah, I was like...
That pause there was a bit rude, I won't lie. Maybe. I think so, yeah. I'm trying to remember V with hair, it's been a while. Yeah, to be honest, if anyone's wondering, I am actually wearing shorts. They're just... No, don't lie, you're just out here on your hot girl summer. Go on, queen. I have very nice thighs. He's wearing the Megan V stallion. I have chunky and delicious thighs.
You've been squatting again.
No, just genetics, I'm gifted by the grace of God.
But just please,
I mean, out of the two of you, you would win a thigh off. Who? You two.
Me.
He's got...
Life gave me bunda for no reason.
You do have a nice house.
It's not nice.
There's gal out there, there's gal out there that watch you walk past and they're vexed, you know. Yeah. You're taking everything.
I've been things where I've had a bigger ass and bigger tits.
Did you have to squeeze your own ass just to feel something?
No, it's a bit weird.
Did she squeeze your ass?
No. I'm joking. That never happened.
I won't lie, yeah.
But get your hands off.
Mid-beat, you'd have to time out. Alright, cool. Do this. Do that. Never again.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Relax.
Nah.
Relax.
Squeeze whose ass? What do you think this is?
Relax.
The first time I had sexy time, yeah, everything I knew about sexy time was from the internet.
That's not a good place to start.
Yeah, so it took a lot of adjustment to realise that, oh wait, these
it doesn't work like
girls that I'm going to be now having sexual activities with are trained professionals. It was them ones when you said and they can't do it upside down.
That goes through my head.
Yeah, I was like, this is much more basic. It was like trying to... My man wanted bedroom gymnastics.
This isn't the ocean.
What position do you want to lose your virginity in? How about reverse cowgirl squat? It's not the position. I've always said, right, this is my rule, right? The sexual position you were conceived in says a lot more about who you are as a person than your star sign. Show you're working out. Because your star sign, that's clearly ridiculous, right? Yeah. That's clearly not going to have any effect on your personality.
How do you think Tyler got conceived?
On a boat.
No, better question. Tyler, what position do you think you were conceived in?
I don't know, It's not really a fun thing to
That's
think about.
that's not something that a child would want to
What do
think
you
about.
actually... No, because you're very comfortable with it. What do you think you got conceived in?
Side missionary, the side fuck thing. Because my dad's kind of disabled, so I think that's the only one he can do.
Because your dad.
Well, he loves it.
Does he know what you're saying?
What position do you think you were conceived in?
I don't know.
He doesn't want to think
How
about
have you
it.
never
No,
thought
you don't
about
want to
that?
think, because it's them ones, because if you say like, oh yeah, doggy, and then there's them ones, now the image of your dad rossing your mum's back is just in your mind now. Why would you want to do that to yourself? Why?
Because we're all adults. Your parents had sex, Tyler.
What?
That's how you got
Remember
here.
we're in Viraj.
I
thought I was delivered on one of them stalk things like in the cartoons. Are you serious? There wasn't a bird.
If Viraj had his way, that's how his child would be conceived.
I was conceived on a boat. I was conceived in the Caribbean.
And this is where his source comes from. This is exactly where the source comes from.
That's why rum is a big thing for you.
Why is the rum always gone? I've stopped drinking.
Guy.
I can't drink anymore. After these escapades, left, right, and centre, up and down.
Behave.
I need a detox.
Genuinely, have your detox. Just be ready for August.
I
Great chat.
need a detox. I can't. My body is just dying. It's like what? We smoked so much shisha. I can't even say it. Shisha in the last 10 months. Yeah, my teeth hurt. I was like, there's something wrong here.
That's not normal.
Exactly,
That's
it's not
sugar.
normal. I was like, no, something's
That's
wrong.
sugar.
I don't think that's from the smoke.
What do you think it's from?
Sugar.
What sugar? What am I doing?
Sugar.
You don't
Your
really...
alcohol has sugar in.
Yeah,
Most alcohol is very sugary.
Yeah, you've probably got need fillings.
Especially that rum's got.
Believe me, I know
sugar
when your teeth start hurting when you have a bit too much sugar.
I was just like, nah, something's wrong.
It's like you can feel it going up your teeth. Yes, it's not that. It's just gonna stop.
I just want one for me.
I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Though this whole no drinking nonsense has to end by August. Then after that, have your fun, innit? Carney's back on. I expect.
Well, exceptions to the
I'm
rule.
not going.
You're not going this year?
No, I'm not going to enjoy it.
Why?
I mean,
I'm not gonna lie. It's almost gonna be not fun, but it's gonna be great.
It's gonna be a great day.
But
You're gonna be miserable at it, but
way
you're
too packed.
Of course.
I'm still going.
But here's the thing. Carney's not for you anyway.
No, it's not for me.
You can't
No,
dance for shit.
If you can't dance and you don't enjoy dancing, what is the point? And I don't like eating standing up. I find it very... It's hard to eat anything standing up.
Pavement's for a reason.
Eating things standing up is tricky.
Sit down on the pavement.
Nah.
Whack on someone's wall.
No. My brother fell asleep at Carnival.
Why don't you bring one of those?
He took a nap on the side of the road.
Yeah.
I know somebody who's done that as well, actually.
Yeah.
Wilson did that.
Yeah, but Wilson was not in good condition. It wasn't by choice.
Wilson told me the story. It's just like he just woke up. He's like, "Rah."
I've seen the video beforehand.
Have you?
Yeah.
Do we beep out his name?
No, we love Wilson.
Does he watch it?
We haven't said anything bad.
I don't know.
Is there nothing incriminating? We're all good.
I mean, we told the story about the flipping under the bed thing. Are we gonna bleep that out?
We need to cut that name out.
No, he deserves it.
Actually, fuck him.
Was this last week?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What did you chat about last week?
House parties.
House party.
Wow.
House parties.
You missed a good one.
Whoa.
It wasn't a good one. That was probably, I'll be honest, I think that was one of our weaker podcasts. I'll be honest.
You're just saying that because there wasn't a shisha. There were
there
were clips in that.
I think there was a good moment.
There were moments in that.
To be honest, if we're talking about weaker podcasts, I think the one with Samir on it wasn't a very strong one, according to the clips.
If it's not got shisha or Muhsin.
No, because there's been a lot without me.
He's been a stand-up comic.
There's been a lot without me, but that one, like in terms of our clips, that's been a poorer performing one as of late.
I didn't
That's
know
fair.
we having an analytical breakdown. This.
I think
this podcast.
trust me.
He does. He
This
does our
podcast.
analytics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saying, I thought
I know
we were
numbers.
having an analytical business
Bun the
meeting.
numbers, pass the shisha because you're being greedy.
He needs his double face.
I'm making up for like 3 weeks.
Well, while you guys were having a weaker podcast, I was having a meeting of the Illuminati.
How was the Illuminati?
It was hilarious.
Was it illuminating?
It was illuminating. Literally, no. You know what's funny? I was in a venue called the Fabrics de la Luminaire, and it was a gas factory.
It's even got illuminate in it. So I'm not wrong, am I?
I'm not far off. They had.
How much blood did you give?
None.
How many children were sacrificed?
0.
A goat?
How many NFTs were sacrificed to many?
Were any of them goats?
There might have been a goat NFT. I got scammed. It was okay.
Nope. Yeah, please.
Yeah, it was a fake scam. So they put up a QR code and was like, "Oh, claim your free NFT worth £2,000." I did it, and it was like, "You've been scammed."
You should have known it was too good to be true.
It was at a conference. I was like, "Oh, okay."
You know what you did there? You used a psychological rule of thumb to work out whether it was authentic or not. Your brain said, we're at a conference, therefore it must be. Even though that's not really good grounds to think anything is real, just because it's at a conference. True. The whole conference could have been fake. It could have been
written
all part
so
of
many
the
essays on cybersecurity that I would see that and that's just a straight red flag.
But the thing is though, everything there is QR codes. It's like QR codes on the back of refills, on the back of stickers. It was just it's the quickest way to get to a web page.
You should have a temporary tattoo on the back of your head of a QR code.
I am not Hitman.
Stuff. And that would be sick though.
Can you have it?
If you went to a fancy dress event as Hitman with a QR code to all your stuff on the back of your head, you'd win the contest of like a costume contest.
Could we make the QR code our link tree for 1 minute's worth?
Yes.
Fantastic.
And then I start a new link tree.
Why?
Someone has to be the villain.
You must die the hero.
There has to be a villain arc with the villain, yeah.
Podcast. Guys, I'm so committed to the podcast. I've got the QR code to our link tree tattooed. That's changing now.
It's going to be like old one, new one.
And then a little note, sorry, Muhsin keeps changing it.
Some of the guys' business cards were unreal. One of them had this bank card that he gave. It was like a fake bank card, but it was a business card. Another one whipped out this it wasn't a real card, it was like a fake card, tapped it on my phone, and then all of his contacts went straight into my phone.
Have you guys seen American Psycho where they're all flexing their business cards?
No,
I've seen the film, I forgot that scene though.
So there's a scene in American Psycho where they're flexing their business cards and the American Psycho character, what's his name? Whatever his name is, Christian Bale's character, loses his mind because one guy had a better business card, Paul Newman.
Paul Newman had a better business card.
Paul Newman had a better business card than him, so he murdered him.
Oh, it makes sense.
I mean, American and a Psycho, so it adds up.
Have you never seen American Psycho?
You gotta watch American Psycho.
It's
a great film. Great film.
It's wild.
It's just one of those ones, right, where you know when someone says, oh, you need to watch this, and it's like, yeah, I'll get round to it, then you get home and you just forget what you were talking about.
Yes.
That was me with Green Mile.
Every day of my life. Every day.
It's good, but it's like...
describing me.
Do you just want to fight, then?
But American Psycho is one of those culturally changing ones. Genuinely, I think it's brilliant.
It is a brilliant film.
And Christian Bale.
What films would you say have maybe changed your life or your perspective?
Interstellar, 100%.
Why?
Why?
'Cause I only watched that recently.
Why Interstellar? It just makes you realise how small you are in this universe, and that at any point anything can go wrong and anything can go right, and you have zero control over it.
Yeah.
And it's one of the most powerful films. I've watched Interstellar 4 or 5 times.
I think it's very, you're very right, because there's so many films set in space and all that kind of.
But it does it right.
It does it so well. But that's what happens when you have a story, quite a complex, outgoing story, done well with good acting and good direction and good writing, and it's a narrative told well within a very out there concept.
But when you really boil it down,
so
it is a father moves from one side of a daughter's bedroom to the other side of a daughter's bedroom.
What a nonce.
You could make that suggestion.
Mate, she's an adult
So
now, get over it.
Older than he is.
See, this is what I'm saying. He's done it. Fucking.
I'm so annoyed.
But I was giving it to Ali earlier and he took it.
Yeah.
What about you? What's your favourite? What's the film that's changed your life?
Avatar.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Really? Avatar's nuts, but...
From a technological point, Avatar was made in 2007 and was let's say 9. Oh, it's. I used to live in East London when Avatar came out. That's over a decade.
2007.
It's
I
old.
thought it was 2015.
No,
it was 2009.
No. Avatar's old.
You forget how good it is.
I don't think it's 2007, bro. I feel like it's 2009. I'm going 2009.
Yeah, 2009.
Avatar's like a really big episode of Love, Death and Robots.
That's a good comparison.
Is it?
That's a really good comparison.
Is it still the film with the biggest budget?
No, not anymore. But it's still for what it was. Yeah.
No,
I think now, but you have to put that in perspective. That's like a one-time film. Biggest budget now is probably going to be something like Avengers. Infinity War because of the cast and this and the amount that has to go in.
What got me about Avatar is when Infinity War surpassed it, Cameron issued a letter basically congratulating them, and then they re-released it in China so he could top them out again. I was like, this man is so petty that he wants to keep the highest grossing film of all time.
Yeah.
It was fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
It was brilliant.
That's my level of pettiness.
But Avatar is good.
Avatar was phenomenal. It's just, especially from a technological standpoint, there was never a movie like it ever.
I really
it was half a century
because of the advancements, because they had to make new technology to make this movie.
He came up with the idea and he had to
Avatar was a movie that was proposed as an idea in the 90s. The technology wasn't there to make it where it was, and they had to wait for the technology to catch up to capture the image that he wanted.
He basically kind of set the tone for the next decade up until obviously like The Mandalorian, where they started
without Avatar, a lot of these TV shows and everything doing CGI.
Really? Is that the technology that was used? The same for Mandalorian?
No, Mandalorian changed the game again.
It's all refinements, but Avatar was the blueprint. Because before Avatar, there wasn't a movie like that.
So I think
the new one looks phenomenal. And I don't want them to release another trailer because fucking trailers now just keep on ruining.
Up until the last Infinity War, whatever Marvel film it was, where it's kind of gone into the new phase. That was kind of the end of that era of tech. The Mandalorian and the Batman had brought it into a new light of like they use those OLED screens.
Is that what the Batman used?
Yeah, it's nuts.
I thought it was filmed on location.
No, but that's how good it is.
That's what I'm saying. So that's how good the CGI is.
Like I miss filming on location though, because it really does add a look to it. I don't know. I think for me it's appreciation. I couldn't tell the difference. That's one thing. I could not tell the difference.
But you couldn't tell the difference when Avatar came out. And now you look back on it, you're like, that's old CGI.
Yeah, it looks dated now. Because especially, I watched it, let's say 2-3 weeks ago in 4K. I was like, this. And especially it being upscaled in 4K doesn't do it any favors.
Really?
Doesn't do it any favors. Because it's high quality CGI that's 10 years old.
It's not made for the new 4K.
Yeah.
Do you know what's a great bit of CGI? The first Jurassic Park.
I've never watched it.
What?
The first
what do you mean you haven't seen the first Jurassic Park?
Wasn't there 3?
Are you serious?
Was there 3 of them?
There's 3 original ones and then there's 3 remakes. First one, incredible. Second one, still really good. That music, when it hit, that hits. That bit of music fucking hits.
Jurassic World's up there with when you talk about music in film, like when you hear the Avengers theme, or if you hear Star Wars, like it's
notable.
Yeah.
It's very iconic.
What's yours? What's the film that's changed your life?
Oh man.
Didn't he just say his?
No, Tyler.
Oh. Wait, didn't we speak about this recently?
I think so. We were speaking about films and not like films. Films that
Muhsin, I don't know where your head's at, but I need you to join the rest of us, please.
I could have sworn he's Deja Vu maybe. Anyway, carry on.
I can't. I don't know film. Series, yeah, I know. Series Breaking Bad.
Yes.
Easily. That changed my perspective on everything. In terms of story, because
do you know what?
I studied film. That changed my perspective on storytelling.
For me, it would have been Game of Thrones if they hadn't fucked up that last season.
Yeah, they ruined it.
Buddy,
they ruined it.
I
stand by Breaking Bad.
I watched season 8 of Game of Thrones literally earlier this week, and I was just there, like, I was like,
it's pithy.
You man really fumbled the bag. Like, you had everybody, like, the world was at their knees, like,
literally, everyone
was at their feet even. They were ready, they were there to take it all in, and they rushed it in 6 episodes for who?
Breaking Bad finessed it.
Do you guys want an interesting fact about Breaking Bad? The house is modelled off the house in Malcolm in the Middle, because Bryan Cranston plays in both. And then after Breaking Bad ended, they did for the season, for the series finale, whatever it's called.
Finale.
Yeah. They did a Jimmy Kimmel live thing.
In the house.
They did like a live show where they were interviewing all the cast and stuff. And the creators of Malcolm in the Middle and the creators of Breaking Bad collaborated to do a merging like scene where Hal
I watched it, you told me about it.
Yeah.
It's sick.
Hal in Malcolm in the Middle, who's Walter White's character,
he wakes up in the middle of the night. He's in Malcolm in the Middle now. He goes, I had a terrible dream. And his wife Lois is like, what was the dream? He's like, I was a drug dealer and I had cancer and there was this kid and I was a chemistry teacher. Genius.
He kept on saying bitch.
Which is brilliant.
This sounds brilliant.
It's amazing. I just love the route they've gone with Breaking Bad. It's been such attention to detail.
Yeah, even the colours of things.
The colours from the series to Better Call Saul to the film El Camino. It's just so good. El Camino was one of them ones. It's like it's nothing to blow your mind. It was fan service, but done so well. It just continued the story with such a little anecdote.
Weren't they saying they're supposed to be trying to do something?
They might do Gus's how Gus.
That's how I want to see that.
I want to see that because the flashbacks of Gus.
Do you remember the scene where Gus was out there with the sniper? And my man just walked, just there.
That was so good.
There's shots around him. He just stood up. Do something. God.
What?
God.
I'm here.
If you're bad.
I'm here.
If you're bad. Let the chopper spray in it.
You know, when you think Gus is the reason why Walt submits to Gus so much throughout the series is because Gus is the archetype or the representation of what has led to Walt having the dissatisfying life that he's had. Because it's a man who's got the same level of intelligence as him, just had more psychological prowess to see it through and become successful. Which is why the only time you ever see Walt concede to people in Breaking Bad is when he's talking to Gus. His head goes down a little bit. He fears him because he has a massive respect for alpha male energy throughout, which is why he's kind of intimidated by Hank initially, and then he overcomes it because he gets ahead of Hank, and then he starts fucking around with Hank, saying, "Oh, what's in the bag?"
The mind games of Hank was phenomenal. The mind games of Hank was phenomenal.
I've been rewatching it and I realised Hank is actually terrible at his job.
Horrible.
Oh,
he's terrible at his job.
He's really bad.
Yeah, he's really bad. It was right in front of him.
Yeah.
Like, if with a bit more investigation work, with a bit more investigation work, Walt should have been caught on the CCTV walking out of the high school with all the beakers and stuff. That should have been game, set, and match.
And what they framed
because they knew
janitor?
the inventory was low, right?
And he was the only one with a key.
And Hank decided that it was enough to arrest. That was kind of like a representation of racism in the United States. So that's what the directors were going for with that.
So is that Talking Bad thing they did on Netflix where they sit and talk about the show? I think one of my favourite things is that they explain the whole premise of the show in the first lines. After the credits, so you get that whole flashback at the beginning, and it cuts to him in the classroom, and he's talking about chemistry and how compounds change. So it's basically talking about what you're seeing throughout the whole show is about him as a character changing into this person, into this drug dealer, into this different, and you become something different. You can't necessarily, they can change, but you can't change them back.
You know,
it's just fucking phenomenal when you rewatch it again. I love that scene so much.
Foreshadows the show, right?
Foreshadows everything, like the whole 5 seasons in the first line.
You know the elements BR and BA?
Yeah.
They're highlighted in the opening sequence. You know why they're highlighted?
No.
It's the elements you need to make crystal meth.
I've seen this. Yeah.
So sick. It's so much. Yeah. There's so much in there.
You could watch that season
the
10
last
times over.
Episode, what was it? Felina. That was another chemistry thing there as well. I can't remember though, but there was something about it where it was some kind of Easter egg. The name of the last episode. Fucking hell, man, I have to find out what it was.
I forgot. Yeah, you know, you're right. Yeah, that's because they were all in different.
Here it is. So it was iron, lithium, and sodium, all shorthand for blood, meth, and tears.
Bloody hell.
Blood, method,
It's so good.
Selena.
So the reason as well why that changed my perspective on storytelling is very simple things. Now there's so much series coming out. There's stuff that go completely under your radar, and I feel like there's things that don't get so much attention because of the rush of trying to get a story out to people. For example, Disney shows recently, they might be visually amazing and phenomenal, but the narrative just gets so sloppy in like the second half of the season because they don't.
I'm not too sure. Anything Star Wars right now has slapped.
Star Wars has been doing very well.
Actually, but that's mostly because of Dave Filoni has the entire world of Star Wars on his back. This man is a genius. Between him and Who's the other guy? He was in
I'm gonna finish before I forget.
Gan.
But in the show, there's a lot of stuff that happens in different shows where they don't build up enough narrative towards a character. In Breaking Bad, because we've all seen it, yeah. You haven't seen Breaking Bad?
Of course I have.
Oh fucking hell! I was gonna say,
When we went round his house, I was like sleeping on the couch and watching it.
oh yeah. So the bit where Hank, so spoilers, the bit where Hank
If
is
you've not
about to
watched
die.
this almost 10-year-old TV show by now, stop listening.
Yeah, seriously. Just pause and go fucking watch it.
It's over 10 years, it's like 13 now.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
So Hank is about to die. He's about to get killed by one of the twins. I think he kills one of them in that little bit. Now, when the twin's coming up to him and he's got the gun to his head, yeah.
I did it. I forgot to press record.
You man can never get onto me again, ever.
There was some great stuff there as well.
You man can never get onto me again.
Do we have backup audio?
I never got onto you in the first place. It was him.
I'm dying.
You can't even get onto me. It was him last time. I backed you.
I'm done.
Look how smug he is.
I'm finished.
I'm not smart. I'm like.
I'm
I
finished.
understand how annoying it is.
I'm finished.
So the reason why, main reason why Breaking Bad has such a changed my perspective on narrative and the way stories are told, is definitely character development. So the scene where, and as we just said, if you haven't seen this, please go pause and fucking watch the show.
To be honest, if you haven't watched it by now, you deserve to get spoilers.
It's disgusting.
You deserve to get spoilers.
it. Yeah. Hank is about to die. So you got one of the twins standing over him with the gun. Yeah, he's literally, you could kill Hank so easily. Instead, he goes too easy, throws the gun on the floor and goes and gets the axe. Yeah. In any show, if a character done that, usually it's like a character introduced that episode and they do that, you'd be like, the fuck is this guy doing? Yeah. You don't really question it. Because you're like, it's taken like 2 seasons to build these twins up for this moment in such a long way where they do something stupid like that in a sense where you're trying to kill someone, they're going to kill you. It's a very stupid move because it results in them dying. But it makes sense for them to go and get an axe instead of easily shooting them where as he does that,
it was like a build-up thing,
leads to his own death.
Yeah, because like for him, it's a personal thing at this point.
It's a personal thing.
Because it's like, imagine, it's you got this one person in your life, yeah, this is your op, right? You need to make sure he goes. A gun is too quick at that point, isn't it? You want to see the lights go out.
You want to see them go out.
Can I just say though, that axe was bad boy. That was a sharp axe.
Sick.
That was a very sharp axe. Because when it drops and it just hits the ground, stuck up, pink, into the concrete.
There's no lazy writing in Breaking Bad.
None.
And if you want another indication as to how you know there's no lazy writing, very rarely do people admit to how they're feeling, but their actions and their words kind of reflect how they're feeling. So after the airplane crash, right, Walt very clearly feels guilty for it, but he never says it. But instead, he says weird stuff at like the assembly. He's saying stuff like, do you know how many airplane accidents there have been in the last 20 years? And more people have died in them, in an assembly full of people. Do you remember that scene? And he goes, there was one in Ecuador where 400 people died, but we don't talk about it. We don't talk about it because it's not very close to home. And like he's trying to rationalize why what happened is okay and not entirely his fault.
It's amazing.
And then he flips out the police officer because he's getting a ticket. And that's just a reflection of his guilt.
It's like instead of sitting there going, I feel so bad, and
it's that would be lazy.
It would be terrible, yeah.
But instead, the writers,
real. It's something that an actual human would do.
Yeah, exactly.
In front of a room full of kids.
Can I just say though, funniest episode is the one where they were chasing after the flag.
Do you know why they did that?
I love that fucking episode.
Do you know why they did that?
It was something.
Budgeting.
Reason. Yeah.
There was a budget issue, so they needed more money for other episodes. So Vince Gilligan had to get creative on how to make a low budget episode that was still symbolic.
That was a great episode.
Are you kidding
me? Yeah, that was a budgeting issue.
That shows that when you're pushed in the corner and you still have such an attention to quality and you want to keep it going, that's what comes out.
They needed more money for other episodes. Because all the CGI,
That is ridiculous.
It wasn't an expensive production as far as production. It wasn't meant to be. The studios didn't have the faith in it. They didn't put a crap load of money into it like they did other productions. They didn't think Breaking Bad was going to become this cultural iconic series.
Breaking Bad is easily one of the best TV shows ever. We're not talking about top 10. We're talking about like top 3.
All time.
Like the best is subjective, but this is
up there.
So
see, now, like,
it's in the conversation.
I would say like
it's Mount Rushmore. It's Mount Rushmore for sure.
It's always subjective, ain't it? Yeah, of course. That's an easy way of saying it. It's up there. Like I could say, so like my number 1 TV show would always be Mandalorian. For me,
you know what though? I don't feel fair enough. I don't feel you can say that yet. Just because it's not done. Once it's finished, you can say it.
But
I hope they
as
finish
a Star Wars
it
fan,
finish it well. Yeah.
It's some of the finest Star Wars that's ever Star Wars in Star Wars history.
It's great.
It's nuts.
So good.
What's yours?
Bro, how is one of
the
best episodes of The Mandalorian not even in its own TV show, for fuck's sake?
Yeah, bro, that's so sick. It's sick though, isn't it?
It's mad they brought it back after all this time.
Yeah.
I don't think it's mad at all. It's Disney.
Yeah, it's them ones. Disney, that's the one thing about Disney. Disney was very smart on what they acquired. So you got so it's Disney Fox now or something like that, because they bought Fox.
I really hope they don't keep
they bought Fox, and when they bought Fox, all of a sudden you got like what? Simpsons and all these other TV shows as well. Disney's gonna turn into one of those.
And they still can't buy the rights for Spider-Man.
Yeah, but Sony understands that you'd be stupid to sell it, even if
they rent it out to them now.
Yeah, it's them ones. It's them ones. Like we'll give you the image rights there. You run with it, but we want some of that change, innit? Like that's how that works. Because when you think about like Homecoming, for example, and especially pandemic, box office has never really hit the same since pre-pandemic. But a lot like fucking Spider-Man. Made peace. Spider-Man made bread, and Sony
did $1 billion almost, didn't it?
Yeah, Sony just got money out of that from doing pretty much nothing.
Do you know why they changed the Spider-Man so much?
Mm.
It's a cost-effective issue. Because they know all young actors are going to be dying for that role.
Yes.
So every few years, they can get a new, young, hungry actor who they can turn into a superstar and pay them less. Tom Holland, for the first Spider-Man film, got peanuts.
Bro,
in relative
if you want to talk that, Andrew Garfield got 200k.
Yes.
In the
Spider-Man one.
Well, he was
Amazing Spider-Man.
Well, these guys, Tom Holland, Andrew Garfield, the other one, forget his name.
Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, of course. They're you forget in life. Before they did Spider-Man, I mean, Tom Holland, a little bit famous, Andrew Garfield, a little bit famous, but they weren't household international superstars. Spider-Man made them that.
I mean, because it's a little famous. I don't remember Tom Holland did anything before Spider-Man, to be honest.
Spider-Man put him on the map.
Yeah.
No, he was Billy Elliot.
Was he?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
He was massive. Yeah, he's big. He's a big name in UK.
I didn't realise.
What, theatre?
No,
but
Billy
there's
Elliot
also
movie.
There's also the Curse of Spider-Man, right? You
what,
the
old movie?
Yeah,
the one
he's
playback.
Yeah.
Was that him?
Yeah.
Nah, you're lying.
I'm pretty sure. Like, I'm not, maybe I'm tripping.
You got to think about the Curse of Spider-Man.
You know who?
Tobey Maguire. Tobey Maguire. Like, he did films afterwards, but he's always known as Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Matilda. The girl who played Matilda, right? She was one of the most famous child actors because she was in Matilda. She was in that Christmas film, something Street, and now she doesn't do anything.
Really?
Yeah, she barely does anything noteworthy. But she was huge. The Matilda character, the actress who played Matilda,
the kid.
Yeah, the kid. She was extremely famous when she was a kid.
I feel sorry for child actors. A lot of them don't end up well.
But then there's some like Natalie Portman or Jessica. I'm not sure about Jessica Alba. Natalie Portman has aged with grace through her films.
Jessica Alba's a billionaire.
Yeah, off the back of her company, right?
Honest company.
Here's the thing, though. That's like 2 out of 10.
Dylan and Cole Sprouse have done well.
Yeah, they have.
They fell off for a bit, though. They brought it back.
No, but in terms of not becoming druggies.
Yeah. Then you got flipping. What's it, Macaulay Culkin?
He's back now. He's
back
living
now,
a good
but
life
he had
now.
a massive fall off. Big, major fall off.
I don't blame him. He had a fucked up childhood.
Then you got kid that played Anakin in Star Wars.
I was about to say
Jake Lloyd.
Orlando something who played the guy in That's So Raven.
Orlando.
Yep.
Whatever his name
Orlando
is.
Brown.
Yeah.
He had a major fall.
He's struggling, man. Go on his Instagram. Amanda Bynes. She's still going through it. Oh my god. I know I look like Amanda Bynes. Yeah.
I was about to say, why are you speaking to yourself in the third person?
But she's still troubled. She's in and out of facilities. Rehabs, mental health clinics.
Jesus, man.
Yeah, but that's the thing though, right?
That's Hollywood for you.
When you put children in front of a spotlight like that, you take away their childhood.
Yeah, and they're probably getting molested.
But you think about Millie Bobby Brown or the Stranger Things lot. That era of characters, that era of children, those actors, those child actors. Have you seen how fast they've aged in 3 years?
Yeah. Do you want to know what? One thing, speaking of that, yeah. You see, you thirsty man that was waiting for it to turn 18. You guys are horrible. You man are terrible people.
Bad Baby as well.
You disgusting little prick.
Bad Baby became a millionaire overnight. As soon as she turned 18, she launched her OnlyFans, became a multi-millionaire.
Bro, Dave said don't die for Nyash, and you're out here looking at children's Nyash.
Good for her though.
Good for her,
but
but
she understands what's going on. But that's fucked. That's so fucked up.
Yeah.
That is so fucking
Bro,
fucked
do you know
up.
how mad that is? That people were waiting for these men to turn 18.
Yeah.
You know what's my film that changed my life, but it's a lot more stupid.
Just a quick page turn.
Mine's a lot more stupid than you guys. Mine's a lot more stupid than the ones you guys chose, but it did have, for better or for worse, a massive impact on my life.
Can we all have a guess first?
All right, go on. What do you think it was?
What genre is it first?
Comedy.
Adam Sandler, 100%.
No.
Really?
No,
I
but
bet it's
yes.
like Cheaper by the Dozen or something.
But great film.
Meet the Fockers?
No, but
Cheaper
great film.
by the
Dozen is a sick film.
Dumb. The second one slapped as well, I think.
It wasn't as good.
It wasn't as good, but it was decent, yeah.
It had the eyebrow man.
Yeah.
What are you guessing? Film.
Comedy.
Film. American.
The Longest Yard?
Go on, give him a more narrow guess. Like, give him years.
90s, early 2000s was when the franchise was huge.
Oh, I know.
What is it?
American Pie.
It was American Pie.
Really? How?
American Pie changed my life. Do you know why? Because I was
Went
watching.
into the kitchen.
He wanted to be stiff.
Bro! In secondary school, you know what my nickname was in year 7 and year 8?
Gan.
The Mussmeister. I got people to call me the Mussmeister.
Of course you did. It definitely wasn't people just calling it naturally.
No,
it was definitely you telling them.
Stifler was my hero as a kid, and do you know what it was? I loved how free they were to party and stuff. And I remember being a kid watching that, going, I can't wait to go to uni, so I can live a life like that, right?
Yeah.
And I remember there was this moment I was at a house party in first year. And In Too Deep was on. Yes, In Too Deep was on. You know, because I'm in too deep, and instead of going, that song came on, which is in like American Pie 2. And I had a moment, and I was like, "I've made it! I've made it! I'm living the life."
First year must have been so different.
It's like the Breaking Bad
Was a
scene
terrible
where Jesse
human
just
being.
starts floating up.
Yeah.
From the bed.
It's like, have you watched that? What was it? The James Franco movie with The End. Is it The End?
Oh, this is
The world. Something comes to an end. The world comes to an end.
This
What
is
is it?
End.
This is the end, or something like that.
this
Where
is the end,
they're all trying to get raptured, and they just do it at the end.
You want to talk about?
Rapture me!
You want to talk about Dave Franco and all those guys? Do you know
Yeah.
how old Seth Rogen was when he started writing Superbad with his writing partner?
Gone.
14. They were in high school and they started writing it.
Mad.
Comedic genius.
He was 14 going to comedy clubs doing stand-up comedy. The kid, he was just born different. He was just born a little bit quirky and he wrote... You know how
His
rare
laugh
it
is
is?
hilarious.
You know how rare it is to just know your vibe at that age?
Stoner.
Yeah, like he just knew. He just knew that was going to be his...
smoked so much weed.
I didn't know who I was at 14. Did you know who you were
No,
at 14?
fuck
Did you know who you were at
I
14?
didn't even know what I wanted to eat for lunch at 14.
I thought I was a bad boy at 14. I thought I was K-Coke, genuinely.
Now look at you,
Genuinely.
wet wipe holding yourself.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Like what? No way. Oh my god. I'm a bad bee.
You are wearing the shorts, to be fair.
But yeah, American Pie, really, for better or for worse,
1, 2,
influence.
3, or the
And-
side mission ones.
And looking
The side
back,
mission ones, some of them slapped.
the side mission
The
ones...
one right after the third one.
There was the Beta House
good.
one, that one's funny. There was the Naked Mile Run one, I can't remember
Ah,
what that one
I
was
didn't
called.
watch that one.
That one was
I
good.
found that one hilarious.
American Pie...
Do you want to know what the one thing about it? Sorry to cut you off here, because I just remembered Stifler's mum was a freak.
She was a freak.
She was a freak.
No, but then there was the other one. What's his name's mum? The weird guy. The really kind of like smart one.
Who was the leng ting in the first one?
Is it Terminator?
Who was the leng ting in the first one? The one that everyone was trying
Nadia.
to pan. Bad B.
Nadia was lame.
Bad B. Are you dumb?
Jim, dance for me, Jim. Dance for me, Jim. Let's be honest, we would all do the same thing.
Oh, 100%.
Bro, I'm asking, what kind of style of dance would you like? Salsa, tango, dance?
You know when
ballroom?
he comes in his pants, right? As soon as she touches him. When I first watched that, I was like 10, so obviously I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
Right, but now looking back, I'm like, oh, so that's why people were laughing in the living room when that happened, and I didn't know why. You know, because that bit used to confuse me as a kid. What happened? He just went, like, did he get?
Is he possessed?
Yeah, like, I didn't understand what was going on. Obviously, jizzed in his pants twice. How is that even possible?
That's
that quickly?
So mad.
I don't think that's even humanly possible.
Didn't he actually clot a pie?
Yeah,
he did.
Yeah.
His dad is so safe because his dad was just like, "We'll just tell your mother that we ate it all."
Yeah, the dad was a G. The dad was a G.
Always been a
like
G.
the dad, no dad is that understanding because when he
And then
super
it's
glued his hand to his willy and his dad came and was like, "We're gonna get through this."
And then like years later in other films, he wrote the Book of Love, innit?
Yes.
Yeah,
So
he was
why
the
didn't you
original.
teach your son?
Yeah,
Why didn't you help your son?
Bro, it was not my dad. The dad was the guy. He was literally the guy.
Again, there's a powerful lesson in that if you really think
American Pie is very wholesome when you
Yeah.
actually look at it from that perspective.
a group of
I'm
friends.
gonna rewatch it.
The most dangerous friend in it is you know, what's his name? Not Stifler, not the weird yoga, not Viraj, not the yoga one. Who's on doing tantra? You're that guy, by the way, right? 100% you're like, I'm Stifler.
100% not.
You know the one who's dating the blonde girl. Oh, what's his name?
The jock.
Yeah, the wet wipe, not the jock.
Who didn't make it to the second film?
No, he made it to the second film.
No, you didn't.
The one with the curly hair.
He did. He was the one who owned the summer house.
Oh, the small one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So him, right? He's actually the most dangerous friend of them all. Do you know why? Because he's the one who's the most sentimental and putting them in these terrible situations for the sake of being sentimental. It's not Stifler. Because Stifler's not organised enough or like to arrange all of that. Stifler didn't book the summer house in American Pie 2.
Yeah.
The curly-headed prick did because he wanted to spend time with his friends
That's
and he went
kind
too
of like
far.
that's like in The Hangover with what's his face? What's the fucking Hangover? What's the
Bradley
name?
Cooper's character.
Not Bradley Cooper's one, the other one.
Fat Jesus.
Fat Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he does the exact same thing.
He
fucking
always
them
puts him.
so that.
Oh my god.
Because he wants everyone to have a good time.
Because he wasn't one to have a good time.
He's got an idea in his...
It's one of my favourite comedies.
The most dangerous people in life are the people who act innocent, but they just get ideas in their heads.
Yeah.
Listen, Mr. Yoga over here, Tantra. Because of you, look at us. Look what we're doing because of you. Actually, this might have been me.
I just wanted to run ads, yeah? I just wanted to run ads. Muslim was like, okay, fine, yeah, I'll come, I'll do it. And he was like, nah, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it.
And not everyone needs a podcast.
But we do.
We should get that on a t-shirt, by the way. Not everyone needs a podcast.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah,
Done.
not
Yes.
everyone.
Let's do that.
Done.
Or
Sorted.
we should do it exactly how we wrote it. ICL, not everyone needs a podcast. The ICL did add to it.
Oh, the
What does ICL mean?
I can't lie.
I
I like how we watched this and went, it's not for them.
Did you see the comment I put?
Yeah.
Did you see the comment I put? Some guy was like, oh, he said the same thing.
Everyone and their dog has a podcast. That one, yeah.
And I was like, yeah, but if you're speaking and like you're having conversations with friends, you basically have a podcast, but it's not recorded. He was like, you completely missed the point here. And I literally went, but you're still talking.
Oh, it's the other one. It's
Leave,
the,
then.
It's the one that the one where you were telling the story about the GCSEs, and everyone was like, "Oh, this was the deadest story ever." I was like, "The lights say otherwise."
You got to the end. You got to the end. I love it when people write a hateful comment and then I click on their page and it goes follow back.
I swear it automatically follows for you. I swear it does.
You followed us. If
innit?
you hate us so much, why are you following?
Why do you want to see more?
Oh man.
Because they cannot get enough.
Another thing I think shaped me a lot was Eddie Murphy's stand-up special Delirious. Because I
Never
remember
seen it.
it was the first... It's
So you
the...
told me, you forced me to watch that. You were like, you go home and you watch it.
Did you watch it?
I did.
Did you like it?
I did.
It's
Have you man
amazing.
watched
Because it's unreal.
It's
Friday?
unreal.
Yeah.
Yeah, Friday's brilliant.
I know you don't
Friday's
smoke
sick.
weed. I know this. But I'm gonna get you high, Ali's motto.
Get that on a t-shirt.
Because it's Friday, you ain't got no job, and you ain't got shit to do. amazing.
Not
Ice Cube wrote that all by himself.
Really?
Written by Ice Cube.
So wait, who was saying the story? Jonah Hill. Apparently, you can't it's really difficult to make Ice Cube laugh on set and everything. I think he was on Jimmy Kimmel or something saying the story, and he's he's on a plane. They just finished filming 22 Jump Street. So he's they're on the way back, and he is they hear Ice Cube in hysterics. Yeah, creasing. They're what the fuck is making him laugh so much? What is he watching? They go and he's watching Friday. He's watching his own film.
I love how all these comedies are dead. I'm just gonna write my own one.
That's 100%.
They even made a reference to it in Straight Outta Compton. In Straight Outta Compton, there is a scene of him actually writing the scripts for Friday. And
yes,
you got knocked the fuck out bit, and he's laughing to himself, like, this is gold. He believed in his own source.
You know what scene I like in Friday?
God.
When he's looking through the fridge, he closes the door, and his dad's standing there every time I'm in the kitchen, you're in the kitchen. Eating all the goddamn kitchen.
His dad's
I know the cereal.
His dad's brilliant.
Oh, may he rest in peace. What a guy.
He's the granddad in Boondocks.
Yeah. You can't say that, granddad.
You can't say that, granddad. I say what I want.
You know, we said it twice. You're believing in your own source. I kid you not, yeah. Sometimes you just gotta run with it.
No, you have to believe in your own source. You won't get anywhere in life if you don't believe in yourself.
This guy.
Your source is
you believe in your source so much.
It's because I'm very saucy.
This is true. But you do. You believe in your source.
This. You saucy minx.
Stop it.
You need to believe more in your source.
I have so much sauce.
You do. After that trip to Malaga, you do. I know you do.
I'm just it's so much. Man.
No, but it's on a serious note, right? If a person wants to get anywhere in life, especially... Actually, no, it doesn't even really matter where it is.
Bro, just lie to yourself.
You have to be successful in life, you have to believe in your own source. Whatever it is you're doing. Entertainment... They believed in their own source. That's why they kept making their content.
Unless you're shit.
They understood that they've got a surface or product that someone wants. You have to believe in your own source. You have to.
Otherwise, you're a bitch.
There's that too. But you have to.
Otherwise, what? You're just going to cut out halfway through?
You're going to be in the comments saying not everyone needs a podcast.
You have to believe in your own source, but you have to be humble enough to know that when you start, you're going to be shit and you're going to get better.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You can't just go out there thinking you're God's gift.
Everything must be.
Yeah. You also need to know when the sauce starts going off.
Yeah.
And you need to be able to add some more mixture, add some more herbs and spices.
Then all you had was juice.
Man's referencing the meme.
You got the sauce is forever, my friend. Yeah.
Nah, but sometimes sauce goes off.
Sometimes
but then what?
No, so this is how it works. So
you need to switch sauce.
No, you just need to switch up the sauce.
The analogy is the difference between the juice and the sauce is so you'd open the carton of orange juice and you'll stay in the fridge for how long?
It's
maybe
fantastic though. It's zangy.
A week or two.
Zesty.
I don't think I'm a sauce. I think I'm more of a canned baked bean. You know?
Interesting. Listen. Yeah. But facts. It's like a tomato soup.
It'll be there forever. In the back of the cupboard. We'll
get you out on a cold day.
He's like, we've got this from 1999.
Nah, you're on top of Vicks. That ain't never going
Ever.
The longer it stays there, the more powerful it gets.
I
remember one time I had a cold, right? And I found this bottle of Vicks here from 2001. I slathered that on myself and I let chemical warfare engage.
I looked at the window and it opened.
The cold was not defeating me today. I brought out the nuclear option. You dumb.
Vicks is the nuclear option. Vicks and Tiger Balm.
The lid closed itself.
When I opened the lid, it said, "Are you sure?"
I think my nephew's gonna be a saucy kid. Yeah.
Why?
Because he just says stuff that I think I've got faith that you're gonna be funny. Because the other day I said to him like, "Oh, how do you know you're an adult?" And he goes, "Because I eat lettuce."
Oh yeah, you remember you saying this? Yeah, Batman.
What's the other one? He said another thing.
And then I was like, I asked him again the other day, why are you an adult again? And he goes, because I have a ball.
Did he have a ball?
He did have a ball.
His shoulder's working out, to be fair.
Yeah.
Do you have a ball?
No.
Grow up.
Child.
You need to grow up.
Thank you.
Get a ball.
You have one.
I'll stick
to
my
ball?
Yeah.
I got a ball in my boot, bro.
Do you just carry balls, bro?
Bro, it's summer. I carry my American football everywhere. You never know when you need to just have a thorough.
American football's one of them.
Yeah.
Finish the analogy.
Oh shit. Yeah. So
circle back.
So the difference between juice and sauce, right? So juice, let's say it's a carton of orange, right? You'd open that up.
Zesty.
You might have that there for like a week or two, but after a while, the juice has to run out. You know, the juice was fun while it lasts. But
you don't trust it after a few days anyway.
Yeah, it's them ones. You open it, you need to get it done within the next 5 days.
Yeah.
Sauce, on the other hand, you could have that bottle of ketchup there for months.
Airtight.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that can stay in the cupboard.
Years if you
So the difference between the juice and the sauce is forever.
You have to sometimes switch it up. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I see.
But do you wanna know what?
But the sauce stays forever.
The sauce
like,
stays
you
forever.
can't lose your sauce.
Do you wanna know what? Yeah,
Sometimes
the most successful people have both juice and sauce though, let's be real.
Short term, long term.
You remember a good sauce, you don't remember a good juice.
My mom's barbecue sauce lives rent free in his head every day.
Exactly. A good juice is a good juice while you're having it, but it's just juice.
But then danger
But then
juice.
there's danger. That runs out
We were
quicker,
the same.
Danger juice.
We were on the same
The
page.
thing about danger juice
We were
though,
on the same page.
it don't go off.
I swear, so it's sauce.
It might as well
It's
be.
thick enough.
Yeah.
Would
Thick with freezing.
If
you
you
let it
reduce
sit?
Yeah.
You could make it into a zangy marinade.
Yeah, you could.
A puree, if you will.
Yeah.
Ali's on smoke.
Danger chicken.
Someone's gonna die.
Bro, no. You would kill someone.
Okay.
You-
Means that the alcohol will go if you reduce it. But yeah.
I'm not too sure about that one.
Someone
man.
would die.
I'm not too sure about that one. I feel like that alcohol there is just ignorant enough to stay. It's like Ray and Nephew. Whenever I go to a party and I see a bottle of Ray and Nephew, you know I really do consider leaving because I feel if you feel comfortable enough to like invite Uncle Ray and his nephews to this party, it's not for me.
When people say, "Oh yeah, no, I like Ray and Nephew straight," you're chatting shit.
Why would you?
don't like that.
I am a Caribbean man.
You
I'm all here
just
for my
want to
culture.
be cool.
It's disgusting. You're lying to yourselves. And if you find it nice, you have a problem.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You've never had a Ray and Nephew?
No.
As much as I was just shitting on it, we're going to fix that. 75.
75%.
Brother, I'm good.
Because then, what's
75? You sure?
It's either 70 or 75. But then the reason why I remember it's around that is because Denros, so the one that's used for the Dame's juice, is 80.
Ray's sister hated when his son hung out with Uncle Ray.
Oh, 100%.
Because every time you go to Uncle Ray's house, you're just getting drunk.
How many kids
What
do
you
you
doing that
reckon Uncle Ray has?
Who is Uncle
Uncle Ray didn't have
Ray and
kids.
nephew.
Uncle Ray didn't have kids. He just had his nephew.
No,
and they were
no,
getting
no.
licked together.
Are you sure? He might have had kids. I mean, look at the substance that he made.
I
bro.
think Uncle Ray was satisfied.
The amount of people that got pregnant off Ray and nephews, and you're telling me
He's fathered a lot of kids, but not by fathering them himself. He fathered all sorts of kids all around the world.
you've never had Ray and F.
Nor do I plan on.
You probably have.
You
Bro,
probably have.
you live in a cocktail.
mix, yeah.
I don't think so.
Have you ever had a zombie cocktail?
Nah.
Alright, cool. That's one of the main ones they put in.
I'm not really a cocktail man anymore.
Do they use?
I would like to say the same thing, but as soon as the sun goes out, yeah, and I'm on a rooftop bar somewhere, and then there's a cocktail in hand, preferably with a sweet one in front of me, life's great.
Preferably.
I don't ask for much.
This is true.
I don't ask for much.
This is true.
Cheers.
Pass the shisha, you greedy bastard.
You've really been enjoying yourself, haven't you?
Hang on.
It's literally just been him for the most part, smoking this.
That's normally what happens.
We fund Muhsin.
Pass me the hooker.
Ah, that's a tune. Haven't heard that in a while. What are you looking at?
I can't believe I forgot to press play. I can't believe I did it.
Why did you do that, Muhsin? Just using it as an armrest, and you were as well. And then
Oh,
you
really?
moved it,
I
yeah.
apologise. I didn't know what I had until I lost it.
What am I doing now?
Oh, things are so difficult now.
Oh, that got deep really quickly. Would anyone like to play some Drake? Speaking of which, new album. Thoughts?
I love it because
Yeah.
I'm on a dance vibe this summer, and I've really been enjoying my dance music, my like 90s dance music. So for me, this hits it.
I'm
Just
a fan
fits
of
the vibe
dance
perfectly.
music, I must say. So
Fits it perfectly.
It's alright. I don't love it, but it's good background music. If I'm
Yeah.
driving, it's good driving music.
I just enjoy it. He's making music for the fun of making music. Let the man do what he wants. He's making good music. It's all good. Some of it hits, some of it doesn't. If it's Drake, it is. If it's Drake, it's not. Who cares? Let the man enjoy himself. Let the music instill itself into the ether, and let's just enjoy it.
Fuck no, you came back a fucking hippie, didn't you? From Damn, innit? Jesus fucking Christ. I just love music.
I just want everything to be peaceful. Fuck that cunt, bro. Fuck it. I'm not giving him fucking clout. Fuck it. Fuck him.
Why?
Bro, he doesn't need your clout.
Exactly.
He doesn't need it.
Exactly. So fuck him. It was shit. It was shit. The fact that we all have to defend it so much means it was shit.
Drake's entering
I defend the shit. Yeah, he don't pay me for me to be fighting for his name. It's just me sharing my opinion. These candles smell lovely.
I think it's a shisha.
Nah, citronella, bro.
Drake's entering the I'm very successful and don't care anymore phase of his career.
Oh, he's been there.
Yeah.
But this is what I was saying for years. I was saying, literally.
Eminem's been there for a decade now.
He's gone. Yeah, he's been terrible.
He just needs to release
it's still
one.
fun to listen to good music.
The guy did that $400 million Universal deal, popped out 2 albums.
He done that 2 albums ago.
I didn't even realise he got the deal.
Deal with who?
Universal.
If they're giving him 400 million, how much would they make it? Bloody hell.
Yeah, but this is Drake, innit? It's like this is what I'm saying, yeah? Look back at this album in a few... Actually, no, John, I don't know where it's going to be, right? Everyone who... well, apart from you, because you're just... Once you've made your mind up on something, that's you done. But... I'm not atting you or anything, I'm just saying. That's just you. Before you start defending yourself.
I wasn't.
Ah, cool. You good?
Yes. That's unfair. How much time do we have
I was thinking, like, what's going on? What are you looking at?
The fence is creeping away.
What's just happened?
But everyone who's shitting on the album now, half of them are going to love it in a few months. That's just how it always works.
I've got enough Drake. I don't need any more new Drake songs. I've got enough Drake songs.
There was some.
I mean,
I genuinely think that it's like I can't sit there and say Drake is shit. No way.
Because he's not.
He's not. No, not at all.
He
wouldn't be that good. But I don't really think he's that. Like, I think maybe 4 albums ago was his last good album. Like,
I need him to bring Take Care Drake back. Take Care Drake for me.
Not even necessarily Take Care Drake. His last good thing was just before Scorpion, I think.
What, Views? Views slapped.
Views was sick.
But, and this is why I want him to bring back Take Care Drake. He's been too happy lately. He's been too happy.
Because he's freedom. That's it.
Drake was on drill.
My man was out the Matrix. He's out the Matrix. He's done. He's finished. He's completed life.
Well, also,
he can do to be fair, if I was Drake, I'd do exactly like you say. I'll do exactly whatever the fuck I want. Because he's going to pull in money anyway.
With all kinds of art, stand-up comedy included, the reason people's initial major works, so their first albums, their first special, are their best ones, is because that's the one that took you your whole life to make.
Yep.
You had a 20... How old was Drake when Take Care came out? 23, 25?
His first one was...
2012. No, Take Care was his first album.
Oh,
he had mixtapes before then. Yeah. Nothing was the same as the second album. That's the one that took him
his whole... What was before that, though?
Thank Me Later.
That's one.
That was a mixtape, though.
What was the other one with the black album cover? Do you remember that one?
Scorpion.
No. Before, this was pre-Take Care. He had 2 mixtapes, I think.
No, I don't know.
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah. Anyway, continue. Sorry.
But yeah, that was the point. Like, the first one takes your whole life to make, which is why they're so good. Good Kid, Mad City was his first album. His major project album. Yeah, even J. Cole's Forest Hills Drive was his best album, which was his second album.
So that was a fucking great album. But I don't think I'd say Take Care was his best album. I just like that side of Drake. I like
it's your favourite album from him.
Yeah. Like Marvin's Room is the most depressing song ever, but it just hits it hits a spot. When he said, "I'm just saying you could do better," I really believed it, and do you know what I did? Better.
Interesting.
Thank you.
I just think this album is fucking trash. I genuinely think it's trash. I don't think it was.
But do you like dance music?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
You just don't think it doesn't hit you in the right spot?
It's just, honestly, Drake this is literally just, everything's fair enough to him. Everything is justified in terms of you're trying to make money and gain popularity. You chose to release a surprise album. You announced it the evening on its release. Yeah, only you and few other people have the ability to do that and create such hype around it. The reason it's released on that day, and there was a few albums releasing from a number of artists as well. Yeah, for June 17th is probably because of people tend to release an album due for charts and stuff like that. Like it's a
tactical move.
Yeah, it's a tactical move
to get number one.
Drake could have done that any time and he probably would have hit number one.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I had two artists I was really looking forward to releasing an album. One of them postponed it, saying it was a sample. They needed to clear a sample still. I don't believe that. I believe it's just because Drake released an album, and if Drake releases an album, it diminishes these other releases.
Yeah.
That I think Drake, it should be like. For me, that's what annoys me. I'm looking forward to it. And it's very much a personal opinion. I'm looking forward to these artists, and then Drake comes along and diminishes some of their hype.
You're pissed off because he released it,
and it wasn't even good.
And your artist, and the artist you're looking forward to pushed it back, or you're pissed off because he released it, and the artist that you want won't hit number one.
I don't want them to hit number one.
You just want to enjoy their music, but now it's postponed.
I want them to do well. I want them to have more chance of doing well.
So it's the same thing for like video games. It's the case of, let's say, if a Call of Duty was to come out, and then you've got another game developer that you really like, they're not really that big time, but they've got good games.
They've planned it for a long time.
They've been games. This is like 5 years in the making or however long. Call of Duty they release every 2 years, every year, however.
Yeah.
It's the quality is not the same, and in that same breath, Drake's latest album, quality-wise...
Imagine that game has spent 5 years in preparation. They've had months of campaigning for a release date, and then Call of Duty goes, "We're releasing a game tonight." Now these people are spending their money. Yeah, cool. Money is not spent because now we use Spotify and Apple Music and all this stuff. It's your time and energy. It's your attention.
They
span,
don't get the
focus.
recognition that they should get because someone like Drake, who is one of the kings in his field, can tweet that he's releasing an album and the internet blows up.
And then I have to hear this fucking shitty version of dance music. It's dance beats with Drake on. It's like he went on and went dance type beat, and then was just like, ooh yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying, do you know what they call it?
And I know you.
They're saying that it's like it's Drake using SoundCloud beats.
Thank you.
You know,
it's more annoying as well. People keep on saying this is revolutionary. This is iconic.
Who's saying that?
So many comments and so many
idiots.
So many like
but that's the thing.
From artists as well. This is diminishing my appreciation.
This is what I'm saying. So because Drake is Drake, he can release whatever the fuck he wants and it will slap.
It's dumb. And
it could be, honestly, it's like you know Kanye when so Drake wanted that beat and Kanye didn't want him to have it, so he did Kanye fans were saying that it was brilliant. How? He literally said nothing. It was just him being petty. But don't let the Kanye fans hear you say that because they're gonna shit on you later.
The same with Drake.
It's the same with Drake.
I feel like people love Drake so much. Fair enough, love him so much. But when you're sitting there going like, oh no, this is such a good. It's like it's not. It's like it for me is because I love J. Cole so much. I don't really think his last album was all that. However, it's still got a certain level of quality and production and attention to bars where you can be like, this is good.
It's a museum album. J. Cole's last album and Kendrick Lamar's last album are objectively good music. However, they're not designed for you to sit there going... It's designed for you to sit there and listen to a message. It's like something that belongs in a museum to be just looked at and admired.
Yeah,
you know?
You can search for the deeper meaning, but this is what I mean. So take both of their albums. Two people who get thrown into the argument a lot for best rapper in the world. Yeah, two people very notable of that pedestal, of that having that pedestal. Yeah. Take their two last albums and remove their personal hype as an artist away. Say it was a random artist. That album will still be good. Do that with Drake. This album is a living piece of fucking shit.
That album...
It's nothing. It's terrible. Without Drake, this album is nothing. That's why it's bad fucking music.
That album was his...
My argument done. That hit the mic. That was perfect.
That album was his maybe pile.
That literally was his maybe pile.
Do you know what it is?
Do you know
what his album is?
Did you hear Kendrick's maybe pile album? The untitled one.
Do you know,
fucking fire.
Hold on. Do you know what his album? He made an album for basically shopping music. You go around H&M and hear that song. Do you know why he did this?
So much money.
Here's the thing. I bet you he did this specifically just so that he could hear himself while he shops.
And then he goes on stage and goes, I love the art, I love the music, no you don't, you love money, you love entertainment, you love cool.
Well, he's the world's best entertainer.
He's the best
when people keep saying he's the best artist, he's the best this, he's the best,
no,
you're not.
So it's the case of like, especially the one that makes him, well, I won't say it angers me, it makes me confused, is when people say Drake is one of the best rappers. No.
Oh.
Drake is a good entertainer.
He's a great entertainer.
Maybe
one of the best entertainers.
He's got fucking bangers.
He's got bangers.
No, don't get me wrong. No one's
But
disputing
did he write them? No,
he was in the room.
Was he?
He was around.
half of his music is Party Next Door. It's not even like hidden. This is what it gets to me. It's like, it's not this.
I mean, the amount of times people have batted him over like ghostwriters and that.
It's like he doesn't care. Cool, he doesn't care. He's getting money. No one else really. People don't really care. But I think you should start to care when your idea of him is being a phenomenal, revolutionary, iconic artist. You can call him revolutionary, iconic for things he's doing within that. Yes, for his reach, for his charts, for the way he can sell out a whole fucking arena a whole week and sell it out every single night.
Within a matter of minutes.
Within a matter of minutes, yeah. You have to give him all his flowers for that. But it's like shit like this. I don't know. I feel like people don't really understand that everything that else that it does affect. I feel like it doesn't bring attention to dance music at all.
He doesn't want to be known as the best rapper. I don't think he ever wanted to be known as that. He wants to be known as a cultural icon.
But he's already got that. I don't see why he has to. For example, he's got that. He had that without this. He had that without the last album. He already had that without the last album, just from being himself. Why does he have to?
It's a power move.
It's a stupid, pointless power move that doesn't get you anywhere.
Do you ever just think he just wants to release music because he enjoys making music?
I was gonna say, I just wanted to just do something different.
I don't believe that. Why would you surprise release an album after people have been trying to campaign their music for so long?
Because business is business, innit?
Business is business.
You don't give a shit.
Yeah, exactly. It's always a cutthroat thing.
Yeah, but at the same time,
people that make it actually far, people that make shit far actually do shit fairly and slowly and nicely, and then that's where.
At the same time, should Joe Rogan stop making podcasts and give the other guys a chance?
No, but that's not the point.
So
it's a similar concept.
But is it though? My thing is that Joe Rogan is continuing and not stopping doing the exact same format. It's very different. This is now completely knocked off Drake's format.
The thing is, especially with music being an art, it can be explored in different ways.
And it's all subjective.
For argument's sake, it could be said that Drake just wanted to try something different just for the sake of trying something different.
One man's trash is another man's treasure.
Yeah.
You said that like you were so wise. It was very good.
No,
I got it from
the whole thing's trash. The whole thing's trash. Everything's trash.
Nah, it's treasure to the fan.
Where is J Hus? Is he coming?
J Hus, right, is doing everything apart from this album.
I don't see why everyone's so upset.
No, did you see the one?
Take your time.
Did you see the one where he was at
quality?
What was it? He was watching like some kind of show or whatever, and someone put on Snapchat, "This motherfucker is here watching this rather than working on this album."
Get back to work.
How long's it been?
It's only been like 2 years.
Bro, he's been in jail. Let him enjoy life.
I'm not fussed at all. I think just let him enjoy whatever he's doing. If he's gonna take 4 years on the album, let him take. Because all of these not all of them, a lot of UK artists, I feel they just want to dish stuff out. For example, people that make good music but don't have good projects, like Tion Wayne, like
Fredo.
Fredo. D-Block Europe release like 30-track albums. Why? Because they want to get on playlists on Spotify. Why? So that every time you get on these Rap Caviar UK playlists and people keep on reloading your music, that's what gets the money.
Yeah, I was smoking weed.
But that's why. J Hus, if it release just like an 8-song album, I would not care. If all those 8 tracks were bangers, perfect.
Yeah,
that's an iconic fucking
J Hus has never really released big albums.
This
like
is what
J
Hus makes me do.
Relatively,
makes me do that.
I don't know what was Big's conspiracy.
Look, these
I don't remember. I just remember I enjoyed it from start to
It's
end.
not massive, but like it's got good amount of songs on it.
I met that girl back in October.
And I gave her the boom boom. Are you dumb?
Like common sense.
These rhymes are
got
alright.
a decent amount of songs.
Go all the way to the bottom. It shows you how many.
17 songs, an hour long.
Yeah, but then D-Block could double that.
But then like how many like from that album you could maybe
3.
No, from Jay Huss's one.
Oh.
Basically, what, 85% of them, you'd be like, yeah, they're all kind of pretty much bang.
Now, what is... So Common Sense was...
That's personally for me.
Big Conspiracy, start to end, cold. Reckless, Stratford, Gold, Texas.
But yeah, again, it's all down to preference, Deep Block Europe. But personally, I feel like... I think they are really good. But I feel like if they took their time to actually release a project, like a solid project, they could have one of the coldest albums UK see.
I have a quick question. This is a bit off topic, but it's occurred to, since we're talking about UK music a little bit, right? And how did Specs Gonzalez get famous exactly?
Cultural.
Was he just like a friend of some?
Just being the funny guy.
Was he just like a friend of a rapper, and someone just had him on one day, and they were like, "Yo, this guy's hilarious."
Nah, Specs has been doing his thing for years.
This YouTube like circle has been going on for so long.
Specs has been.
To me, he came out of nowhere. It's like, is this like someone's mate who's hilarious?
Specs has been.
So he was on Arsenal TV or something like that.
He's been on bare. No, Specs has gotten around the place. Specs has been, and if one entertainer in the UK deserves his flowers, it's this guy, because he's been doing this for years.
Really?
He's been doing this for ages.
He should be a stand-up comedian.
There was
he's hilarious.
There's old YouTube videos of him from like 10 years ago, rapping and shit. Like Specs has been doing stuff.
I feel like his look is just always befuddled and confused, and it just cracks me up.
I love his conspiracy theories. Australia is not a real country.
Australia is
and he goes, where do they fly you?
Yeah,
Peru.
They fly you. He said it was from Chile or Peru. Yeah. They make a circle and they land back again.
He's got this story about.
You know what? Yeah, I'm so upset that he hasn't released more episodes of his podcast. Because his podcast is unreal.
He's so funny, man.
What? There's no rules. Yeah, no rules. Are you dumb? There's no rules, bro.
That story he told on Alhan and Poet Show about pushing over his daughter. It's so funny. Have you seen this?
I've seen.
Did you see the clip of him just walking around Hyde Park for 420?
No.
That is in the same podcast episode, and it's just him just being a nuisance to absolutely everyone. At one point, he's to the police, because the police are trying to say, "Oh yeah, you can't play music." Article 15. He's walking around to all the other police officers. You know they can't play music. Yeah, Article 15. Yeah,
if I'm going down, everyone else is. Dragging everyone.
One of his best stories was when he said that he ended up going to jail for a hit and run, and the person didn't die or anything, but he went to jail because he didn't show any remorse. He hit a cyclist. Nah, Specs he's been doing this shit for years. He's been doing shit for years.
He was in court like, I did what I did.
Are we good on time, by the way?
Yeah, 13.
We've done an hour and 30 minutes.
Yeah.
It's nuts. It's crazy when it keeps rolling.
Sunset's gone.
Tyler,
you wanted to see a sunset?
I always want to see sunset.
Wrap it up.
It's too late now. We only have to pack everything out.
You gonna do the outro?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for coming. Respect your mum.
Is that it?
Respect your papa.
And respect your dads. It was Father's Day yesterday. If you like him, if you don't know him, sorry.
Got anything to say about a certain comedy show?
Where is the
This ain't gonna be out in time. Oh yeah, but in general, come to 1 Minute Smoke. It's a really, it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny.
Kind of is an understatement.
Nah, it's fucking hilarious. Don't let him fool you
Shit.
otherwise.
Good night.